stressing. I'm gonna have a lot of patterns. Oh well. Oh. All right, I'm always the first person out of the house. I'm usually waiting in the car. Now Lucy's looking for me. I want to send these like little snippets to Lizzie. He's so funny. Still waiting. Yep. He's slow. He's super slow. Okay. Oh, there he is. Say hi to Vlogmas. Hi. Day in the life. Okay, I'm here at the studio. I thought it'd be fun to just drop into this video since it's a day in a life. Talk real quick as I can, because I like to talk. Just a little bit about what it looks like behind the scenes over here, being an artist and running a business, and what, you know, my weeks or days in life actually look like. I think oftentimes from the outside looking into maybe any kind of creative career, it can look and feel maybe, you know, like romantic or whimsical or just incredibly creative, especially compared to a lot of different jobs out there. And I'm 48 now. I spent until my mid-30s working for other people, working a multitude of different jobs. I jumped around jobs a lot, everything from marketing to working at galleries and museums, all kinds of different stuff. And all I really ever wanted was some kind of creative career. My dream was to be an artist and paint for a living. But I knew that that doesn't typically happen. It's not an easy thing to pursue. And so all I cared about was being creative for my profession and getting that paycheck in a creative way. And so all those years of working in an office, I dreamed of the day that I could, you know, be making art all day long if that was possible. And now that I've been in this for as long as I have, I can say it is wonderful, and not a day goes by that I am not grateful. But there is a lot of the businessy stuff that comes into even being an artist. There's a lot of like administrative tasks. And for me over here, there is also the need for structure and discipline and a schedule, which often like fights against that creativity. I'm obviously someone who's creative, but there's only so much I can convey in a screen on a video. My creativity just transcends and absorbs and takes over everything in my life and always has. There's never a day that goes by, even on my days off, that I'm not making something that I don't crave making something. I am always the person drawing or coming up with another idea or doing something really random with my creativity. And here in my studio, running a business, walking through the days in my life, I have to have structure. And so I work like an 8 o'clock, an 8 to 5 p.m. day over here 5 days a week. And I make myself leave the house and come to my studio space. And that's basically why I have a space outside the home. It's just easier for me to be focused, to actually stay on track. And so most days I am here at 8 a.m. and I'm jumping right into my to-do list and I am creating and busy all day long. Now, again, that really fights with my creativity because I am the kind of person who, if I'm sitting here, you know, filming something or creating a class, I will suddenly go, you know, this is fun and I'm enjoying myself, but I should go paint a wall. Or I feel like doing something different creatively because now I'm inspired to go do this. And I'm not sure if, you know, musicians, songwriters, writers deal with this because of the way creativity can feel is like a spark. And often when you have that spark or that inspiration, you want to feed, you know, that spark and turn it into a fire where it's your idea come to life. And I find that that can often distract me and keep me from meeting goals and deadlines. And so from day one of working for myself, it has been super important for me to pull in some of the things I learned working a multitude of jobs, everything from discipline, structure, you know, how to organize your email, administrative tasks, and even having a schedule. I have found that it helps keep me focused and on track when I have a good chunk of a workday planned out. I have 8 to 5, I have some exercise in there, I've got a few different breaks, a lunch break, I make space and time to move around through different projects and checking off my to-do list. And then at 5 o'clock, I head home. And that has helped keep me disciplined because if I didn't do that, I would just be wandering around my studio doing all kinds of random stuff, which I actually give myself time and permission to do because that's just the way my brain works. But on weeks or months where I have a lot of deadlines, I really stick to my 8 to 5 schedule with it all planned out for the day. It's often my to-do list for the week. And then I just, you know, slowly check things off until I meet the goals and the deadlines that I've got looming out there. And then I give myself a bunch of rewards too within my daily schedule. So because I love creativity, because I love just jumping around with different projects, if I have met a deadline, I will then give myself permission to paint the mural or do some kind of random project that is not a part of my business or doesn't get shown. I've been working on a series of paintings that I don't plan on showing anybody. And so all of those types of projects for me over here that don't have to do with my business for the most part end up being kind of like the little end result or the little end creative reward for me when I meet a deadline. And I think it's kind of handy to give yourself rewards, whatever that is. I know a lot of people in their jobs give themselves rewards with buying something or taking a trip or, you know, a self-care day. My reward is typically like, okay, you get time to do that random art project that you've been thinking about while you were filming the class, or it's just been hanging in the back of your head. And so I tend to be really disciplined with my week. And so a day in the life for me is really about getting a jump start on my day, somehow, some way getting outside. A lot of times it's in the morning. Other times it's at the end of the day, sometimes at the middle of the day, depending on weather, and then really jumping into crossing off my to-do list. And so today is one of those kind of catch up on everything days. It's not going to be anything I can actually share on video because some of it is future stuff that I still have not finished up yet for future classes. But I'm gonna be sitting around my studio today, mostly working on the computer, which is the least interesting thing I can even share in a day in the life. But I've already got my walk in, I've already got my family time in, and now I'm gonna see how long I can really just sit and do my work today. And then I'll head home around 5 o'clock and head home for dinner and some hangout time with family, TV shows, whatever we're gonna do. I thought it'd be interesting just to talk about kind of like a structure of an artist working and running a business. Often, many days, it can feel like a lot of the other jobs I have had in my lifetime as a person paying bills. It feels like structure, discipline, a schedule, a to-do list. deadlines that you need to meet, and that isn't always creative. But over here, I try my best to kind of split up my time with tasks that maybe are a little bit more administrative, maybe boring to me, mixed in with a lot of creativity, so I can kind of keep jumping around between different things. And I think I'm a high energy person. I'm high energy with my art, and I think because of that, I'm able to kind of be in and out of different projects all in one day. But I do spend a lot of time over here doing things that don't look creative whatsoever. And maybe someday, at some point, it will make sense to bring in employees or somebody to help me out with some of those tasks. But for now, I'm pretty happy doing things the way that I am, and it works for me. And it definitely kind of keeps me on track over here in the studio. So I'm gonna get to work. I don't know how much of I'm gonna show you all, but we'll see what happens. And I know tonight there's gonna be a beautiful sunset. I just can feel it. So even on my way home, I might even leave a little bit early today, before 5, to see if I can catch that sunset, because I think it'd be pretty to go check it out and share it with all of you. So, all right, I'm gonna get focused. I'm gonna get to work, see what I can finish today. All right, so it is now 4 o'clock. And I got here late today because it's one of my kind of more chill weeks. I got here at, I think, 10 o'clock this morning. So I've been here from 10 to 4. I have one more thing to finish up, and then I'm gonna head out and see if I can catch some good sunset photos and just see what it looks like out there. But so far today, let's see, I kind of knocked out a bunch of stuff. I had some updates to do on my Patreon. I filmed 2 videos. I edited a video. I caught up on some email. I edited some Instagram photos for the future. I needed to get a bunch of new supplies, so I got those all organized and set out for future projects. So for the most part, I'm feeling pretty good today. I got stuff done that will eventually be announced in the future. So that actually makes me feel really, really good on my little to-do list. I like being able to kind of knock stuff out a little bit in advance and hold on to it for the future. So I am plugging away on things that I need to get done, but I don't have any deadlines looming like for tomorrow or the next day, which is really, really nice. So I'm gonna finish up a couple more things, and then I will take you with me to the beach once again. I start and end my day at the beach many days when it's not raining here, and see if anything's happening with a pretty sunset, because it's always worth it to stop and at least appreciate a sunset. Okay, there's no sunset. I'm super bummed. It looked like there was going to be, but the beach is on my way home, and it's easy for me to stop, and I do this every night if possible if it's not raining. It's my favorite way to kind of shift gears, restart my evening. I spend a lot of time outdoors. It's a huge part of our life to be kind of connected to nature, and so in the winter, if it's not raining and I can get outside throughout the day, I'm gonna do it. So no sunset, but it's pretty tonight. So I'm gonna do a short little walk before it gets quite dark, and I'm gonna head home.